What's going on, guys? I'm Steve. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another video. If it's your first time stopping by the channel, hit that subscribe button. Trust me, you won't regret it. If you're a returning subscriber, as always, guys, welcome back, and I do appreciate the support. You know, children go through a lot of things being attached to grown-ups that ain't shit. And there's a lot of different reasons why a lot of people get the title of being not shit as parents. But this right here, man, is something that's a reoccurring theme that we see a lot of times in the news nowadays of people abandoning their children and expecting them to have natural born survival instincts in the wilderness. Enter these two people here from Carroll County, Georgia. Yuck. These two folks that you see up here are Jason and his wife Kira Eskia, age unknown. These people made news yesterday because wherever they were living, they lost the ability to stay there and moved into a park, a public park, set up a homeless encampment, and then it was discovered that they abandoned their children temporarily. When they came back on the scene, they were arrested. But if that's not bad enough, look at the ages of the children and the condition they were found in. I would show these people no mercy. And in all honesty, I'll put this on the man, and I'll explain that when I come back in commentary. Check out this BS.
Are learning more about a disturbing child cruelty case. A homeless family living in a campsite is broken up with the parents now being held on these serious charges. Fox 5's Kevin Stewart has looked into this. Kevin joins us now live from the Carroll County Jail with more. Kevin?
Yeah, Tom, the parents, they are both locked up here at the Carroll County Jail being held without bond. And we understand the family had been living in a more than 300-acre park after losing their home.
According to court records, among the trees in Little Tallapoosa Park, a family of 5 built a tent home, and Carroll County deputies spotted 3 children, 2, 4, and 5 years old, alone in that tent. They were covered in dirt, and it did not take long for deputies to figure out the 2-year-old was in bad shape. Deputies say he couldn't support his body, hold up his head, walk, or talk. The child has Down syndrome. Just as an ambulance arrived to take the 2-year-old to Children's Healthcare of Atlanta, deputies say his parents, Jason and Kira Eskia, showed up. They are now charged with first-degree child cruelty. According to warrants, the toddler suffered brain damage due to medical neglect, seizures going untreated. Dental neglect was also found in all of the kids. Right now, they're in defects custody.
We do about 400 to 450 forensic interviews a year, and not all of those are part of law enforcement investigations. Some of them are for defects.
While it can't reveal if it was involved in this case, the West Georgia Child Advocacy Center assists with child abuse cases, interviewing alleged victims.
We here have medical providers on site that also do evidence collection.
Alan Babcock says one thing went right with this case. Someone called for help. According to court documents, a bystander, another camper, noticed the kids there, and the 2 kids told her they had not eaten in 2 days and appeared to be covered in feces.
We can't do everything. One person can't do everything, but we can do something to interrupt these cycles of violence. And anyone who has a suspicion should report to 1-855 Georgia Child, and that's the central intake. And from that point, the way we get involved is when there is a suspicion, law enforcement or defects will bring the child here.
Now, if the parents are convicted, they face between 5 and 20 years in prison. Going live in Carrollton, Carroll County, Kevin Stewart, Fox 5 News.
As you say, just so disturbing. Kevin, thanks.
All right, guys, you heard that, man, and you know, it was good these children was found. But the 2-year-old was in bad shape. Said he was, I got it up here. Said all 3 children showed signs of neglect and signs of dental neglect. Said the 2-year-old with Down syndrome was in the worst shape, suffering brain damage from medical neglect, untreated. He was having seizures and stuff like that. Now, I'm going to be honest. I think these people is drug addicts. And I'm going to explain why in a second. But like I said before, I think this all falls on the dude. And I'm not talking about the living arrangement. Things happen when you can find yourself out in the street in the snap of a finger. I am one of them people that know that. Where, you know, every time anything is subject to change. you never get complacent or comfortable in your own, space in life. But I will tell you this. This guy has 3 children. He got a wife. No matter what she look like, she riding and dying with this man. If you knew you had a child with special needs, regardless of the situation, if it got that bad the way you got to sleep out in the goddamn wilderness with your kids due to lack of no money, there are programs out there that will help you. If not you, that woman and children. No county want to be known for having babies in the street with a woman. Nowadays, they got so many programs, they want to avoid that as soon as possible. She could have got some type of help. You know what I'm saying? What kind of man, I'm going to be honest with you, and this is just me, because I thought about this when I was homeless out here by choice in Houston, when I came out here to start my life over and start a business, and I started from the bottom. There were days where it was so hot out here, like I had to walk to and fro, and I would always think about people where I'm like, man, could you imagine having children in this situation I'm in? Or could you imagine, just having the burden of just, you not only got to feed yourself, but you understand what I'm saying? And I would think about stuff like that. As a man, sometimes you got to know when to throw the towel in. Hey, this thing got my head, this is underwater now. This thing got way above my head. Not just thinking about your pride or whatever. You got to think about your kids. I'd have told her, hey, look, if you can go get some assistance, go do that. You know what I mean? They said they was in a homeless encampment. Trust me, homeless people know where to go, what to do, and they know all these different programs. Now, somebody said they saw the children wandering around and walked up to them and asked, could they eat? They were hungry. Said they were covered in fucking shit. I want you to think about that. Could you imagine that? Children walk up on you, 2 of them. The third one can't walk, in bad shape. They got fucked up teeth and they covered in shit, saying they didn't eat for 2 days. That's crushing to see or even just think about, fathom. These motherfuckers got to be on drugs, I'm telling you. You know what I'm saying? Because just thinking about it, a lot of times motherfuckers be on drugs and shit, they don't even think straight. They're leaving these young kids, 5-year-old, a 4-year-old, and a 2-year-old boy. So I think the other 2, the 5 and the 4-year-old, are girls. Because they didn't specify who was boys except for the 2-year-old. He was stuck in the tent. Anything could have happened to them children. They're human children, not fucking wildebeest or baby deer. They're not going to fall and stay put when a predator comes and stay still. These people, whatever it was they was doing, it was more important than protecting their own children. You got a mother right there, and she ain't even like, yo, I'm not leaving my kids nowhere. I have never left my kids anywhere. My daughter, 9 years old, I won't leave her in the damn house by herself. You know what I'm saying? But it's just craziness. I mean, they got to be under the influence of something sinister to where they don't even give a fuck. And it was like worth them going out there and then getting caught up. I would show them no mercy. And I'd show them the flowers. Anything could have happened. You know what kind of people be around homeless encampments a lot of times? Predators. Because they can't find places to live and all this stuff. And this is where you leave your kids. But then again, motherfuckers ain't thinking straight when they out there doing what they doing. Only people that pay the highest penalty is the children that didn't ask to be here and now are part of the fuck up shit that their parents do. I'm Stock Market Steve for the Dynamic Reason channel. As always, like, comment, share, and subscribe. It's a good thing these kids was found, and hopefully they'll get the help they need now when they could have got that a long time ago if the mother, you know what I'm saying, and the father said, hey, listen. You know what I mean? As a man, let me just say this. As a man, this is what I'm trying to say. As a man, if I had a wife and children, I would try to provide for them, even if it means lowering my, I don't want to say guard, but like my pride and ego to make sure my children are okay. Need is need. There's nothing wrong with that. But when the shit is driven by, selfish means and 2 days they ain't eat, that wasn't priority to do something. What about before it got to that point? That's all I'm saying. I'll see you in the next video. Take care.